All right, welcome to First Stock Friday, number 7. Things a little different this time. This is LSU Moo. I won't be doing commentary tonight, but give y'all a brief introduction to the talent we have for y'all. Bobbles and Noble, why don't y'all introduce yourselves?
Yeah, sure. Of course, I'm LSG Bobbles. I'm kind of been one of the regular guys here doing the commentary for Stock Fridays. Since we've decided with this week's matchup to kind of branch out side of Texas and get ourselves one of the talents from South Florida, one of the commentators from that region decided to come out and help us, cheer on our two competitors this evening. So Noble, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah, what's going on, guys? My tag is Noble. I am from South Florida, more specifically the West Palm Beach area, right next to my boy JMafia. And yeah, I thought it was really cool. The LSG guys came over to me and they wanted some insight from the local players from the scene. They said they didn't know much about what's going on in Florida. I'm super happy to come by to see how he does today. I'm not that familiar with the Texas players myself, so seeing something like nationwide is going to be really dope, especially like Bowser Jr. Like I haven't even seen Bowser Jr. either, so this is like a double special.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're lucky enough to have two prominent Bowser Juniors in Texas, at least that I'm aware of. We've got Nationwide, of course, representing Texas tonight up in the Panhandle area in Lubbock specifically, and then we've got, of course, Shiny, who's a Bowser Junior from down in the Laredo area near the Texas-Mexico border. So both sides of both sides of the state here. If you want, why don't you kind of fill us in a bit on JMafia, kind of who he is, who he plays, and what he does down in your guys' region as we get in the first game.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So JMafia, if you guys that tag is really unfamiliar with you, I'm not surprised at all because that is Zeke TRP. If you guys knew who Zeke TRP was previously, he was a I kind of want to say up and coming player in our region, but this guy has been 3DS gang since Smash 4. He was really young back then, wasn't able to go out and do much, but he was an amazing player. And then all of a sudden, like maybe half a year after Ultimate came out, he was finally able to go to stuff. And right off the bat, this guy came out so strong. Within a few months, the first season he was able to compete in number 3 in South Florida, number 1 in West Palm Beach. He's got PGR wins over ESAM, Scat, Goblin, Mudace, Trella, our RPR players like Morpheus, 8-Bit Man. It's insane.
See that's awesome. And that's just part of the fun of Ultimate is watching players like JMafia kind of grow into their own as they get they hit that 18, 19-year-old age range. They can start going to stuff. Nationwide's kind of in a similar boat. So as he takes the first doctor of the down smash off of from Bowser Jr. there. So he's from the Lubbock area. It's up in the Panhandle, kind of far and away from the big cities in Texas, like your DFW, Houston, and then like the Austin, San Antonio area as well. So really, because he wasn't having issues traveling due to she's traveling just due to being all the way up there and having school and things like that. The quarantine's actually been a bit of a benefit to him because he's been able to come out to all these online events and kind of show a lot of his just character specialties, both with not only Bowser Jr. but he's got quite a prominent Dr. Mario as well. So he's obviously gravitated towards the low tiers, but it's paid him a lot of dividends. He's got some good wins across a lot of top Texas players.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm kind of surprised to see JMafia not start right off the bat with his Yoshi. I mean, that really is his specialty, but we have. You can't put his rod on the side. Like his rod, I wouldn't even call it a secondary. It's almost like a co-main at this point, the way he uses it, the way he counter picks with it. If I could guess what he's going to pull out during this first to 10, I believe we're going to see the Rob and Yoshi plenty. And for the funny pick, if he's feeling confident, well, we're going to see some B-Brawler action.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, and I'm sure he, being from Florida, he's got plenty of great Rob experience to learn from between 8-Bit Man and Epic Gabriel. So I'm sure he's got quite a few nasty tricks up his sleeves.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's helped him out in a lot of matchups, specifically against like sword characters. He thinks it covers Yoshi's weaknesses really well, and we can see him go against those weak matchups with his Yoshi and still dominate people, which is pretty insane.
I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, Nationwide definitely he's definitely one of those guys that just kind of like he's just like a fiend. Like he just enjoys Smash Brothers. He'll play any chance he can get, and he'll play anybody he can get his hands on. It's just he's just since Smash 4, he's just been playing Bowser Jr. That's kind of his, that's his boy. He's doesn't really gravitate much off of Bowser Jr. He has full faith in the character, especially in this game where he's a little better off than he was Smash 4. No top tier by any means, but is enough. He knows enough to get the job done. That up smash takes the first game of 10, or first game of possibly 20, in this first to 10.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell, like, people talk about how Ultimate is, like, probably the most balanced Smash game that we've had. Like, you can tell that there's high-tier characters and there's, lower-tier ones or whatever. But, I mean, everything can be so good, especially when you have such a big cast. The unfamiliarity with certain characters can, like, mean the difference in the matchup. And we saw there, like, that Bowser Jr., he missed it at the end, but he had some crazy, the toy bomb almost comboed into his forward air. That probably could have been an up air instead, but, like, they just know where their moves send people and everything. That it'll blow your mind watching them, but it's normal with these guys when they play these characters all the time. And now we see the Yoshi come out from JMafia.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Nationwide kind of deals with Yoshi. I think he has a little bit more Yoshi experience than Rob experience. One of the kind of, or I guess one of the more staple names from our region, West Texas, is Yellow Rello, who is definitely one of the most well-known Yoshis from the Texas area. We've also got Meme, who's kind of part Texas, part Mexico. He's very, very good, probably one of the best Yoshis in the world at this rate. So it'll be interesting to see if he can apply that experience, but in a game as expressive as Ultimate, every Yoshi is not every Yoshi, I guess, if that makes any sense. I'm sure JMafia's got his own playstyle, his own things that he's probably Nationwide's probably never seen before, and vice versa.
Oh yeah, of course, man. Like, playing against JMafia can be like so frustrating for a lot of players because he's really good at switching up his play styles, and for the most part, he's pretty aggressive. And it kind of feels like he's just trying to style on you, but he really is trying to be as optimal as he can when he plays. Like, you'll see him go for these crazy cross-ups, and like he loves popping out the neutral Bs and B-reversing them to get on top of you and everything. It's so funny to watch, but like being the opposing player, like I can understand how frustrating it is.
Oh, absolutely, and nobody wants to be on the opposite end of a Twitch clip, that's for sure.
You almost saw him do the double egg lay. He'll try to mash out timing and hit you with another egg at the bottom of the blast zone.
And then just kill you.
And he gets it surprisingly consistent,
I also appreciate the pink Yoshi. I don't think I can name a Yoshi that I've seen prominently use the pink skin. So it's all, shout outs to rocking the less seen color characters too, especially because you can kind of brand yourself as like the pink Yoshi or as the yellow Yoshi, or however you want to spin it.
As long as you're not the woolly Yoshi.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Meme uses that one, and I'm just it makes me feel bad because the black Yoshi was one of like the cooler the cooler skins I think that Yoshi had, but
Getting rid of that one.
just for a more intensely textured dinosaur. So I mean, obviously both the stage and character counter pick looks like it's working for JMafia's got a bit of a lead now that he can kind of work with, get his combos going.
Yeah, he does like these bigger, more flat stages. Like FD is some of his favorite. He believes that like the landings with Yoshi are a lot easier to come with.
Okay, and that's kind of interesting actually, because I feel like I usually I normally see Yoshis kind of go for the triplats and things like that to extend like their up tilt and up air chains.
Yeah,
so exactly. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool seeing a Yoshi kind of prefer the more, I guess, like a more horizontal approach. Oh, and he catches him coming down. And so now we're even one apiece after the switch over to Yoshi.
I'm kind of curious. Like I said, I don't know too much about like Bowser Jr. in specific, but one of the biggest things every character has to overcome playing against Yoshi is definitely his double jump armor. So, I mean, do you have any ideas, or do you know yourself like what Bowser Jr. can use to deal with Yoshi's double jump armor?
So from what I've seen, Mecha Koopa can help quite a bit. So if I remember correctly from what I've seen, in Nationwide fighting other Yoshis is he'll make sure if he's not using the Mecha Koopa as a way to cover options on the ledge, he'll pick it up, and if he wants to read a jump with from Yoshi, or Yoshi trying to use his armor in a way, he'll kind of chuck the Mecha Koopa, try to bust the armor with the Mecha Koopa, and then follow up with like a strong back air forward air to actually punish the jump option. But I know that he's pretty good at kind of stuffing a Yoshi's approach with Nair. I say that as he just gets Nair jab blocked right as he's doing that. But Bowser Jr. does have some great anti-airs, and he's got obviously the kind of Sonic-esque neutral as well, of mixing up his options out of his cart dash. So that can kind of be especially if a Yoshi gets too complacent in approaching with either Nair or up tilt, he can just kind of use the armor on the spin out to either kill or just put on massive amounts of damage.
Oh wow, that's barely coming off, man. Yoshi's a heavy character.
Mm-hmm.
Not too early, but that probably would have taken out a lot of the other cats.
I would have taken a couple, yeah, especially if you're not ready for a follow up like that, because you can. You know, he is very, very aware of some of the follow-ups that Bowser Jr. can get out of Cart Dash, and let me tell you, one of the strongest moves in his arsenal is that kind of double-sided aerial that he's got when he's just kind of free-falling out of the cart.
Oh yeah, it's so funny seeing that too, because you feel like Bowser Jr. is kind of helpless when he pops out of the cart, like he's still got the hammer on his back.
Oh, and it's a surprisingly quick move too, like frame 5 or 6 or something like that. It's very quick.
Mafia got that javelin from so far away. I wouldn't expect to go for that.
Absolutely, and I mean, I imagine that's probably already a very prominent tool. And oh god, and it's just 60 damage off of a dare and a few aerials, still keeping it going too.
Yeah, Yoshi definitely has some crazy jab lock tools, like his Nair can throw you down, his down tilt especially, like sends you that weird angle, like at 12% almost, and a lot of the times we'll see like JMafia, like he'll get the jab lock, and then you think you're just gonna get hit by something, but then he'll jab lock down tilt, you get set in another jab lock, you're closer to the ledge, and that F smash like 10 times stronger all of a sudden.
Absolutely, yeah. You go from like a sour spot Mars F smash to a Bowser F smash real quick once you get to the ledge. And that was a good way to close out that third game too. He read Nationwide's jump out of the cart with just a raw up smash out of shield to punish him for it. And now with the 2 stock on the third game, we'll see if Nationwide tries to switch things up a bit going into game number 4. So historically with our first attempts, so we've had we haven't had one go the full distance yet, go to game 20, I suppose. We haven't had a 10-9 yet. We've had a couple 10-7s, a 10-6. We have had a 10-1 and then a 5-1 forfeit. So it's normally what we see quite a bit is they'll kind of like the players will kind of answer each other with streaks. Like someone will win 2 or 3 in a row, someone else will win like 3 or 4 in a row, and it's all, you know, that slow pace and kind of adapting, counter adapting. Just because, like, I mean, you've got to get 10 wins, right? So you know the pressure to adjust and make those changes isn't as you know, you're not as rushed for time as you are in like a normal best of 3 or best of 5.
Yeah, and like having that extra time to adapt, you know, like I think a lot of players have the effect where their practice partners or the local players that they play against, they're a lot better playing than you know, maybe some random who might not even be near their skill level, but you have all those extra games to play, and you know their habits from like the 3-2-1 all the way down to what are they gonna do when I hit them at the ledge. You know, it kind of just gets easier and easier. There's more reads on each other.
Right, absolutely, and then so this is what's kind of interesting is we've got obviously 2 players who have never really played each other before, being, you know, all the way across the country from each other, but it allows you to kind of see the skill ceiling of both players as they kind of work to each other's work to and for each other's habits as you get further and further on into the set.
Oh my gosh, that was a crazy air from JMafia.
Yeah, and he's
Nationwide making it back.
Yeah, barely able to make it. Barely able to make it back to good use of really all Bowser Jr.'s got to offer in that his recovery suite there, and A couple of good kind of get off me fares in the car crash. Not quite gonna do it, but he's been able to almost even this game back up. Oh, I say that.
Catching him in there with that back air. JMafia is definitely really good at spacing that Yoshi back area. Like, he'll hit people on their shields without getting punished for it and stuff all the time. Oh, I'm surprised he got caught in that F smash with double jump armor.
Yeah.
I've seen him fly past like Rob side B and all that before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and because it's more like a percentage, or is it more like a percentage or knockback super armor? I think is what it is, right? It's not just like a. I know it's not like a one and done because I've seen that dinosaur go through like every multi hit possible.
I believe if a move, the threshold is like 18%. If you hit him with like a move that does 18% or more, he'll just kind of get stunned there.
Because I know like if you hit him out of it, he'll at least take like reduced knockback at the very least. So. Interesting. So yeah, this is much the Yoshi's counter pick kind of working is because I believe they're picking stages. I'm pretty sure they're picking stages, but it was a very very close game here. I think oh nice, and he tried to use the Mecha Koopa to cover himself too.
Yeah, I saw the touch of JMafia for a second, but it kind of just fell off.
Oh, great DI is able to live that up smash.
Ooh, is Nationwide gonna take this one? Or... Yikes! It's so scary hitting that side B hit shield. I'm not sure if that's extremely punishable or not. It looks like it crosses up really far.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those moves that it's like it's. Oh wow! The aggressive down B. He's like, all right.
It is a little harder to react to that type of stuff on Wi-Fi, but
yeah. I mean, it was a good catch there. Good aggressive landing. Kind of knew that. Nationwide was kind of gunning for the stock there. He'll move to a 3-1 lead. But yeah, that cart is. I mean, it's definitely not unpunishable by any means, but it's definitely very scary to deal with. Like he just kind of spins out at you. It does quite a bit of shield damage, as well. Somebody catch you off guard, and oh, there's the brawler you were talking about.
If you did not notice my my icon, I am a me main.
Sort of better brawler.
So, I
haven't either. That's definitely I've resetted the in-game store 10 or 12 times to get the costume, kind of thing. Yeah, it beats me. I have no idea who that is. So. We actually do have a new brawler in our region, so I hope that Nationwide isn't completely blind to some of the potential shenanigans here. So, yeah, no, the Miis are, obviously very divisive. But there, he's got the uppercut. That's the scary one. That's the kind of I got you move, because I've seen that move kill extremely early.
Yeah, so you saw when he did that down throw and he just plopped on the platform, he was trying to bait out an aggressive option from Nationwide so that he could re-grab him, and that definitely would have killed.
Yeah, that uppercut's not something to be trifled with. The new kind of helicopter kick, which crazy because helicopter kick's still in this game and still also kills very early. But
always got that early kill cheese, but you always got to get people in the right spot. Like even if they're really high percent, like if they're not close to the ledge or close to the ceiling. It's probably not going to do its job, but if they are, like, whew.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely kind of get like, to me brawler kind of feels like, at least normals wise, he feels kind of like Fox-ish to me. Like, it's a lot of nair, a lot of like, okay, I'm gonna try and pop you up with either a move or a grab and go for combos. He's a very glass cannon-y kind of character. You just kind of trade a lot. I feel like you trade a lot more like consistent damage with like your up air chains to more like harder punishes and bigger, I guess for lack of a better word, more cheesier kill confirms with like your uppercuts or your up smashes. He's dead. Oh wow, great! The good reset there on the Smashville platform there to just follow up and get that stock there. See if Nationwide is able to respond to this.
Yeah, that's that crazy big bang stuff. When I see a jab block like that.
Did 25.8% that one side B. Goodness, it's making Bowser's look bad.
Oh, the side B is 22.6 actually.
2.6. Okay,
Correct.
All right. That looked like that's great. So I'm sure the added rage didn't definitely help with that. 43 to 62. Goodness. Okay, so we've said.
Oh, that could have been it right there.
Ugh. That's probably the scariest thing in this game, just because of how in the soft spot of the side be killing is the fear of the unknown. Is because there's so many characters in this game that are usable, or at least a non-zero amount of have non-zero amounts of viability in them. That like going against someone who is very very comfortable with those more commonly seen characters is definitely. You could come up to me and tell me like, okay, this me brawler or this like me gunner is like number 9 in Rhode Island, and I have to either play them or I have to play Nairo, and I'll tell you I'll be more afraid of the me gunner because I have no idea what I'm going to expect from them, just because they've got the secret scrolls and stuff that I've never seen.
Yeah, exactly. That's the big trick with the Miis. Like the characters, like some people think that they're up there, some people think that they're really low, but I mean, like regardless, they've got some nasty stuff. They've got really early kill confirms, all of them.
Oh,
and
the jab!
When you're ready for it, it can mess you up pretty good.
Yeah, and that was pretty. I'm gonna say that was really good awareness by Nationwide. That so JMafia either by unfortunate circumstances or by hard SEI fell out of the up smash. So Nationwide just buffed the jab for the kill, and I see that in the group chat.
Trash stage.
Trash stage, he says. He says after taking 2 stocks with down throw up B, killing one of the heaviest characters in the game below 100.
Yeah, he wants tripods. He got it. Yeah,
he got okay. Battlefield. All right, so bigger ceiling, but I'm sure the platform's very very helpful in there. So I guess with you, I know some. Are you just me sword fighter, or are you familiar with the other two as well?
Brawler is my main, and then sword fighter and gunner I'm pretty familiar with as well.
Okay. Yeah, I actually really liked playing Brawler in Smash 4. I thought for some reason some of the footstool combos and stuff you could do with Brawler were way cooler than all of the other footstool stuff in Smash 4. So it was, and there was just like a running meme we had about the names of the Miis we used. So, but I mean Brawler's still like, just got the, oh gosh, good catch on the aggressive offstage option there. So I guess that's one of Brawler's main options, is that you kind of, outside of like I guess the flip kick that they've got, their recovery options are pretty substandard, I would imagine.
Yeah, the recovery isn't the greatest, but sometimes if you don't know how to deal with it, it can work in your favor a little bit. Like, is he? Oh my gosh! He laddered him off the top instead. Oh, and he tried to mix him up. Like you can see, look at he's at a crazy high percent, and that up B did not kill close to the ground. But I mean,
right
behind on it. That's when it starts killing at like 60%, and your eyes are popping out of your head.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, wow, and that still didn't kill. Yeah, I guess it's more so the ability to combo you into the position to kill rather than just the raw kill power of that move. Yeah, the big S smash. And now Nationwide kind of pulling away on this 6th game here. Oh, good up smash out of shield. He's been catching him regardless of character. He's been catching him with those up smashes out of the shield. But yeah, I'm not gonna count JMafia out of this one. He is definitely capable. I'm definitely capable of laddering poor Nationwide if he gets caught sleeping.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like from one of those lower platform positions, like one grab could throw him up to an even worse spot and end it. So you just gotta watch out for that Brawler. I don't want to say cheese, it's what he does, but if you're not aware from it, it's gonna feel really cheesy.
Yeah.
You're gonna easy die into it.
I mean, yeah. Early stocks are early stocks, but you get hit by the same confirmed 6 or 7 times in a set, it stops being cheese and starts kind of.
Yeah, JMafia, unfortunately, delaying his up B a little bit too long.
Sequel switch. So we'll see if he'll kind of switch back over to another character after this. You think?
Yeah, I believe he got the 3 Yoshi wins, and you start off with a Rob. Just barely got shot out on that one, and the other 2 losses are from the Brawler now. So it's looking like Yoshi is his best for this matchup so far, but he wants to stick with the Brawler, man. Maybe I shouldn't be here. Maybe I'm hyping him up a little bit too much.
It's all good. This is there is a little bit, there's a little bit of stakes on here. We give a little bit of money to the winner, but it's still, when we were kind of thinking up of what kind of shows and events we could do while we're kind of all stuck in our houses, and offline events are for the most part a no-go. You know, we kind of wanted this as like a platform to, even if it isn't like a, you know, like a massive one, still a platform to kind of have players like this kind of show off what they can do. And, you know, just because of like our locations, we wouldn't ever see these guys play, but we can because of the power of, you know, the internet, I guess.
I mean, it's definitely a lot of fun. Like, everybody's, you know, staying inside because of this quarantine and stuff like that. And it kind of sucks, but I mean, like, you guys are making the best of it, and I think that's what's making it bearable or enjoyable for a lot of people.
A lot of Oregon event runners are kind of the shot puts playing. We're doing some tracking. The Mario and Sonic at the Olympics out here. Here comes another one. It's a surprisingly solid edgeguard tool too, especially if you've got a more like unidirectional recovery like Bowser Jr. would have. Like, he's either got to go forward with his card or up with his up B, and that's about all he can do.
Yeah,
but
just like the rest of his moves, like shot put can seem really weak when like, oh, it's a great 2-frame, but it doesn't kill them from the 2-frame. But you know, if you're willing to go deep with it, catch somebody.
He died at like 50.
Heart combo.
Yeah, he got hit. He got hit. He was at 74 after the hit. And he just died. So Nationwide kind of showing JMafia that Bowser Jr. also has some wonky kill confirms as well if you're not careful. Though I think that was Rage coming in on the assist there. Oh, bye.
There you go. Shotpot finally taking to the 160. He's been getting a lot of high percentage stocks with brawlers so far, it seems like, and that's the problem. If you can't get the cheesy low percent kills, then they get put in a really bad spot. And that's
right.
The stocks just start taking too long if they don't take too little. Oh, and he's just catching the landing again, trying to fall in with another.
Yeah, and I think having that kind of more restrictive, like you don't have as much range, like your normals aren't as big as they would be with he's like, I can't go mean. His normals aren't, you know, your normals aren't as big as Yoshi's would. You know, Yoshi's got bigger feet than me Brawler would. Yes. But so Nationwide in the back his second lead in the versus 10. He took game 1 and then now caught himself back up and is up as we head into game number 8. So almost at the halfway point. Very, very back and forth so far.
Yeah, we're bringing the Yoshi back. This is a fun thing about JMafia. He wants to play longer. You know, we've even seen him in tournaments where he'll sandbag or pick a funny character for the first bit of a set that he's very confident in winning, and then if it goes downhill, then you know the Yoshi comes out.
Right. You know, partially like, I guess it's partially like, oh, you know, I wanna see if I can do this, and then it's also like, you know, win or lose, it doesn't really matter to me. I still get to play Smash Brothers kind of thing. It's cool. It's cool, like seeing a lot of, because you do see a lot of players like that are just like, you know, you have guys like JMafia, I guess, they're just in it to play Smash Brothers. You know, that's not like a, because I don't think if you're in it for the money, this is the wrong esport, bud. Go play Dota or League or something like that. But like, you know, Smash Brothers is if you wanna play, you know, play a fun little fighting game and clown on people with Yoshi and me Brawler, then you know, by all means, this is a game to do it.
I mean, if you're lucky, I mean, like, it could be your career, it could be your thing.
Oh, absolutely. It's a little top heavy, but we'll get there. Nintendo will see the error of their ways, and they'll throw a bunch of money at us, and then we'll make it big time. But you know, right now it's just all about the grind, it's about the game, it's about having a good time, and we've got a really solid game so far. The Yoshi definitely looking a little better, back to where we were a few games ago than the me.
Yeah, I think he's getting a lot more confirms, a lot more combos off. He's avoiding all this wacky Bowser Jr. stuff.
Oh no!
You know, that happened before I finished saying that, so it's not my fault.
Right, and again, that's just the danger of the Bowser's cart spin out, is that like, if you're a big enough character to where you get hit by like it's kind of got like 2 hitboxes on it, so like getting hit by both as he's kind of spinning around just murders your shield. Even a shield like Yoshi's, it's just gone.
A deep double jump spike. Yikes. Yeah, that's that regression I was talking about, man. Like, Yoshi doesn't have a hard time coming back to stage when he's got the advantage.
percent deficits are not very hard for Yoshi to make up either. Yoshi has some crazy confirms. Oh, he's going for it too. trying to bunce him out of his cart. Good responses by both players there. JMafia going for the trigger, Nationwide right on the gas with the early upbeat to make sure he wasn't going to get sent down. Oh wow.
Yeah, I guess he kind of figured from that other game, like I said, when I was surprised that the forward smash just completely stopped his double jump armor and took him out right there again. I wonder if there's anything that JMafia is doing wrong there, or if that move is just that good against double jump armor.
It might be a little both, honestly. Like I've definitely seen him pluck like the Yoshis in our region kind of out of the air with that too, and it's such a good F smash too. Like it's multi-hit, it's multi-hit shield poke, and then the finishing hit's just insanely strong, like something you wouldn't expect on a character like Bowser Jr.
Yeah, I think a lot of people usually toyed about that move or made fun of it, like how easy it is to just fall out of the first couple of hits. But man, the spot Yoshi puts himself in with a double jump is really bad for it.
Absolutely, and they've gone. You know, it's another thing too is they've gone back and kind of fixed Bowser.
Gosh, that's spring.
That was great damage too. Yeah, they kind of fixed Bowser Jr.'s jab and his F smash were like his two like most reliable raw kill options. So now that those kind of like, you know, they function properly now, he's got some good kill options there. Oh my goodness, the jukes!
Oh,
the jukes!
Oh my goodness!
I know, he kind of. I don't even know what to say. He kind of broke his ankles underneath Smashville there, but Mafia was able to answer back and make it an even game after the offstage shenanigans by both players.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. That last interaction's got me in tears.
The joy of Smash Brothers watching an interaction like that. Oh, bumped off the side of the stage. Oh, we're going under again.
I did it again. On the ground this time.
Yeah, we're good. No more crazy stuff anymore.
It's funny when you see players start doing like not like new to the set type of things that are just popping out, and then you kind of see them use it more and more and more, and then it becomes repetitive, you know. So it's a surprise the first time, but you know, catching on and making sure that they're not spamming it and using it too much. Oh, I was wondering what he was doing with that uppy.
Yeah, so that's a good coverage too. It covered like both a low and a super high landing too. Either with his his cart aerial or just the big explosion of the cart itself. He's doing a lot better against the Yoshi than he was in previous games. I don't know if it was a couple extra games to kind of get warmed up and get everything loose, or if he's kind of maybe figuring some stuff out. But he's at least keeping pace with JMafia since he's moved back to Yoshi, whereas before Mafia was kind of having his way with him a little bit.
Yeah, I think Nationwide biggest problems in the other Yoshi matches that we saw that he was having a rough time against is that he was just hitting Yoshi in weird spots, just wailing on his shield and getting punished for it really hard. But now we see him doing all those mix-up on the shield, like he's hitting it with the cart, and instead of trying to just fly past him, we see him like popping up or throwing out the up B, and it's just all these hitboxes that JMafia is not ready for from the other matches. And another game where he finishes by catching with up smash. He's really got to start watching out for that.
Yeah, we kind of saw that in the earlier games. JMafia was repeatedly catching Nationwide's jump with up smash, and now you've got Nationwide catching JMafia's landings with up smash. So it's just part of it's interesting because it's just another part of a first to 10 like this where you've got enough allotted time to kind of back and forth play these games. So he's extended the lead to 3 games now. So but. We've seen JMafia definitely capable of kind of reeling, of taking games with Yoshi, like we saw earlier. So we'll see if he can reel him back in before the lead gets a little bit too big.
Yeah, so we're back on one of the bigger, more flat stages. I think if he wants to find better success with the land, he needs to be a little bit less aggressive with trying to get a hit when he comes down. Usually you'll see him try to just evade people in the air until he can land, so it's surprising to see him get caught by not going for that so much. Uh-oh. little back off.
Yeah, it's just, you know what, we're just gonna reset the situation a little bit here. Oh, good. Oh, he almost got the up air in there. Uh-oh. Shenanigans. Nintendo, please.
Smash logo.
All right. At least it was in the middle of a rapid jab and not during any other precarious situation. So we'll take it, I suppose. Oh, good chase. Good chases with the up tilts. Like, ooh, now's a nice little Beerverse mix up with the.
A little cheeky.
A little cheeky, a little cheeky.
See how he manages to get back this time now. Just straight that cannonball arm.
Yeah, met him right in the crosshairs there. It's a very, that big disjoint is nothing to mess around with. Okay, I didn't know.
That was a really good snap from Nationwide right there. Just Mafia could have done punish that.
Little Bowser Jr. elongating his baby arms to reach the ledge there.
You see, Mafia's probably got to be a little careful with his out of shield stuff. We saw the cart fly past him, and now Nationwide sees that he's trying to press a button as soon as he does it. And we've seen him get around that same situation. Oh, he's waiting for the bomb. That's what I like seeing from Nationwide so far. Seeing all like these little bomb combos or the pummels while he's waiting for it to come by. I think that's the most fun part, like utilizing those tools that aren't always like right next to you, but being able to set up for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the conversations that I've had with Nationwide just about, like, why do you play Bowser Jr.? What's so cool about Bowser Jr.? That's definitely like the one thing I see him gush about quite a bit is he's just like, bro, have you seen the bomb stuff he could do? It's so sick. And so I definitely, it's just like a habit of his. Like he'll definitely, if he has the opportunity to do something cheeky with a Mecha Koopa, he will absolutely find a way to do so.
Yeah, and there's another aggressive landing option caught from Jay. Seems like we're getting much of a change in place.
Right. Oh. There's just the big old noggin there coming in, trying to close out the stock there. I hope it's not just a little bit of frustration getting to him too, because Bowser Jr. definitely has the ability to further frustrate you if you're already a little on edge from it. Yeah. So you can't really get too desperate for kills on him.
Yeah, and JMafia is definitely a player who can be affected by his mental attitude a lot. We'll see him start to feel down, and it'll affect his gameplay, and it'll almost seem like he's not trying sometimes. I don't think an event like that will make him go out of his way to be that emotional over it.
Not for sure.
Definitely, if he's put in a rough spot, like he might just want to go to the next game.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's just like, obviously, mentality is something everybody can work on, but I imagine coming from, it's just something you see a lot in like the younger players, like especially those who are around JMafia's age, the 17 to 18, 19 range that are very, very good. It may be a bit, it's just a natural thing to kind of be like, oh, being a little upset. I say that, and he's turning the heat on, cooking with gas. That would have been an insane mix-up.
It looked like he was ready for the roll run too. I'm not sure if it just didn't go out. He said he was having problems up smashing with just straight out of the egg with the cart. Gee, he is ready for it.
Yeah, just came out of the shell swinging. That was a crazy way to end that ninth game. And now a 7-3 lead for Nationwide here. Lead now up to 4 games. Mafia was kind of readjusting definitely a bit that game though. He wasn't trying to force the trade game in the buttons game as much, but he's definitely closer game compared to the last two. So we'll see if he can kind of pull this back out.
Yeah, he seemed pretty dominant in the few games that he was winning at first, and up until now it seemed that it was the opposite with Nationwide, kind of giving him a little bit of a dumpster. But the last 2 games have been pretty close.
Oh, I agree, absolutely. So we're going over to Town and City here in game number 11. Up air chains, and those are to me are the scariest thing. So myself personally, I played Bowser and Wolf. So the scariest thing when I play Bowser against Nationwide is if I get hit by an up air, I'm getting hit by like 8 of them. That move is straight. That move is like very deceivingly good at juggling and racking on early percents. You can go 0 to 50 or 0 to 60 or 70 in no time. Oh wow! Okay.
Too high of a ledge.
Yeah, I think he was trying to come up above, expecting an aggressive option there with the. I think I saw a bit of the aerial try to come out, but JMafia was already there with the big forward air to close out that stock, and he's got. I think this is the first stock in a game he's taken in a few little interactions. So be interesting to see if he can kind of open up. Okay. Yeah.
Yoshi from center stage.
Yeah, it is the strongest jab finisher in the game. I'm pretty sure. So it's I definitely will not be surprised if any other jab from here on forward will kill.
I'm sure most people are aware of how strong Bowser Jr.'s jab is. It is a kill move. Like, it's just so weird seeing Yoshi of all characters even kill by jab.
Because it's one of those moves. It's like, oh, that move won't kill me until it does actually kill you, and you kind of have to sit there for a second. You're like, wait a minute, did I just really die to that? Like,
that last interaction by JMafia was really good though. He got the egg, he got the hit, and he knew that Oscar's been trying to pop out and either do a cart or do an up B, and he just got the up smash and dipped. He was not.
Yeah. He was like, I'm getting my guaranteed damage, and we're out of here. He was at a position where like he didn't really need to give away any really a stock at that point. He was at like 180, 190. So, but now he's got a fairly comfortable lead, about 100% that he can kind of play with and see if he can put back one in the win column in the the big yoink.
Smacked him with the tongue.
And then and at that percent, it's gonna take some elegant level mash to really get out of something like that and not die.
And once you get to a certain threshold, when you're that low in the egg, you might not even be able to mash out.
Oh no, yeah, that's just an F in the chat right there. He's going deep, or makes it back.
Oh, I guess you're getting ready for some type of roll.
Whole got more than an entire stock now that Nationwide's got to make up on this game. This is the JMafia play we were seeing from early on in the set in this matchup where he got an early stock and then just started putting on the pressure and running away with it.
Oh yeah, he's going off screen for him to spike on the ceiling.
Oh, almost got the egg kill there too. The big back air is gonna close it out.
That move is deceptively strong, and I don't know why. But
it's one of those multi-purpose moves too, because not only does it kill, but I've seen some Yoshis use it as like a drag down option, and if you can drag down and then it true confirms into an F smash too. Yeah, if they drag it down the right way. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I believe it's a 3-hit move, and if you do the first hit grounded, it'll pop them up, and then if you do the second hit, I think that's the best one. You can get like F smash confirms off of it. Which is why you'll see a lot of time he'll get people to start. Is this legal for this?
I don't think they're playing on this. I'm gonna defer to Moo on that one. I think the LSG, because the LSG is based out of Houston, so they're a few hours away from where I live. But I know when they were running offline events, this was one of the stages they kept in their legal rotation for a bit. So I'm gonna defer to Moo on that one. I'm deferring to you. This is not. I'm never for. I'm neither for or. I already don't go to Yoshi's a whole lot, so second Yoshi's just means I'm wasting a ban on something. But it's all good. We'll dodge it here. So I guess that means they're playing on that. That's a good giveaway that we're playing on that we've been playing on random stages then, because I know neither of these players would ever want to go there.
We're talking about the logic of all these stages.
I know. I feel like a maroon for doing something like that now. We're back on the other Yoshis now. So Smash Brothers really intent on giving us a Yoshi stage here, pandering to JMafia, it seems like.
Man, this first stock is, oh my goodness, Mafia's going off.
Yeah, big damage, and just opens it up.
See, that was the bait. He, he went so deep. Nationwide didn't want to pop out because he didn't want to, have a follow-up option to forward or whatever from JMafia, and that fear killed him.
Absolutely, yeah. It's like a catch-22, right? It's like, okay, you kind of think to yourself, okay, I'm dead if I mash, and I'm dead if I don't mash. So I'm just gonna kind of half mash, and maybe something good will happen.
I mean, like to be fair, like regardless of you mashing out, they might be good with the timing, but it's never really guaranteed. It's usually just a good guess. But by doing that, he kind of guaranteed that stock was gone.
Yeah. The only thing worse than the wrong action is no action. So it is what it is. But I saw in the little group chat we've got to organize everything, JMafia seemed like he felt pretty confident about these next few games. So and he's kind of showing here he's got a whole stock lead to kind of work with.
Catching that neutral get up, man.
Neutral get up, and now he's got, but he still has a myriad % to go up for. We are on Yoshi, so an early stock is definitely not out of the question. But see again, there's that up smash. We'll see if Nationwide is. It looks like he's kind of picking up on that, so maybe we'll probably see him be a little more patient with his approaches and aerials and things like that. Oh, the back air.
That toy bomb move is so weird. It exploded right next to Yoshi, but didn't do anything to him. Do you know if the toy will normally only go for the opponent? It won't blow up both people like a snake.
I believe what it kind of follows like how it's I don't know, like with Belmonts and their holy waters, where it's kind of like if Bowser Jr.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I saw the air dodge, so maybe he was just used the air dodge, had no jump, and was just kind of SLL. But it follows like an ownership thing. So like if when Bowser Jr. spits it out and when he picks it up, it's his. It really won't hit him unless the other player grabs it and throws it. And so I don't think as far as I know, there's not a way for. Oh, he waited too. Great patience. There's not a way to like. Where it follows kind of like any snake grenade rules or anything like that.
Gotcha.
Oh, try to get the confirm out of the cart there, didn't quite get it. Oh, those aggressive backers again, closing out games for JMafia there.
Started utilizing that backer a lot towards the end of the game. Like he did not want to get close to him. A couple times he managed to get squeezed in, get grabbed and everything. Didn't lose a stock for it though, luckily.
Yeah, and JMafia's kind of figuring out kind of his kind of safe space, his range he can kind of comfortably play Yoshi at. I think when he initially switched back to Yoshi, he was kind of forcing trades and kind of playing hit for hit with Nationwide, and Nationwide was just coming out on top a bit, but he's kind of pulling it back. He's retreating a bit with his back airs. He's not as oh god. All right, at least it's snowing this time around.
He's gonna try to just get it off the rotation.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we can do that now. So, we're kind of stuck with it for now. Hopefully, we won't see it again.
I was a big voucher for that stage back when they were getting rid of it. Had that much problem.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those. It's one of those stages that are like unfortunately stuck in like semi-legal hell, like Unova, and what was another one they were trying to make legal? Some people are trying to make Yggdrasil's Castle legal for a while for whatever reason.
I remember when that first came out, like the DLC was like within a week of the tournament that I hosted. This is a big monthly tournament, and we all thought it was a pretty cool stage, so we just threw it onto the stage list. If people want to play on it, they could try it out. And a lot of people, surprisingly, on stream were like picking it and like having fun with it, but like we could tell from there that it was like, yeah, this might not be the best.
Yeah, it's
probably not the best competitive.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's yeah, I'm also not too big of a fan of it. I I don't know, because like I'm very wishy-washy on the subject. Like I'll either be like, yes, we need more stages, or we need rotating stages, and some days I'll wake up and I'll play a game on like or on that other Yoshi stage, and I'll be like, this is garbage. We need 4 stages and 4 stages only, or
Tiny stage list. Yeah, Battlefield empty only. It's like, okay, calm down.
Yeah, I was like, we definitely we have the means to an end to have more than just 3 or 4 stages. Like I think the general rule list we have now is fine. We have like 7 or 8 depending on where you go.
You didn't save it.
Oh, you love to see it.
Save it.
You love
I'm
to
a
see
failure.
it. Oh.
I saw him.
I'm a failure. Apparently, I didn't save it.
I guess not. I thought you did.
I thought so too.
I was pretty sure he pressed no, but I was like, "There's no way he didn't." Right?
Oh man. That's well, that's good. It's good that it was like the first time it happened, like the first, like right after. It didn't just pop up like 4 or 5 games later. So we're good on that front at least.
Our players are getting ice. Loser can just pick stage.
We're gonna fix that real quick.
Stage list was definitely a hell of a thing to deal with early on. Like everybody wanted to get as much stuff as we could work in there, but people dying at 20-30% on WarioWare. Same thing on Castle Siege with the big slant.
Right.
And
look at this real quick. It shows it's off.
Yeah, we've had actually one of the TOs from the Lubbock area is more on the big stage list kind of guy. So I know Lubbock at one point had that the Yoshi's Brawl, I guess, is the Smashville looking one. I never know.
yeah.
And they've had Castle Siege. They tried WarioWare for one of their online tournaments and stuff like that. So they're definitely not shy about broadening their horizons. But all it takes is someone dying to like Bowser F tilted 65 on WarioWare, and then being like, all right, we're throwing the stage in the trash.
I was definitely a big fan of platform moving on Smashville, but everybody was too annoyed with turning hazards on and off of that one stage.
Right. Yeah. And I know that's another stage that's really divisive for some reason too. I guess because like of what some characters can get. Like I definitely lost a few stocks in Smash 4 to getting forward thrown by Ness at 30 and dying, and even more stocks to Yoshi Fairs, because JMafia definitely dunking nationwide again, as we're finally back to a playable game here, game number 13.
It seems like JMafia's been understanding where his strings should stop better. Like that last one, he had to do a bit of a trade at the end, but that was really nice actually. The down tilt got him to fly right past the ledge. There was like no tech option. Nationwide wasn't ready to like maybe fast fall or whatever to get out of the way.
Yeah, and that was just good confidence too, like because I know that sometimes like when Yoshi's at high percents, it doesn't lock depending on which hitbox you get. So whether that was, I'm gonna say it was a good mix of skill to start the jab lock, and B, to just kind of understand that you can just kind of go for it and it'll still hit. And now a very, very big lead for JMafia here. See if he can even it back up. H1 kind of got caught asleep at the wheel there, and he's gonna eat a bunch of percent for it.
This is the offstage egg to eat again.
Bro, you have to at least mash. I would rather you mash out and get forward aired and spiked and killed than you just sit there in your little egg and die like a chump. Mash out, Nationwide, please.
JMafia came to the chat and said, "What the?" It's like, come on. Oh my gosh.
Fantastic. You love to see it. So we're now back to a very close set. Nationwide still the lead 7-6, but now JMafia is the one on a streak here. Now at 3 in a row.
Yep. He's bringing it back. He's making this first to 10 extremely even. That means a lot of games to watch. And here we are, his favorite stage finally.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see if we because like I've said, we haven't had one go the full distance yet. We've had a couple close ones. 10-7 is currently the closest we've had to it. So we're kind of trying to play. We're trying to see if we can get how quickly we can get all possible scores yet. We've got 10-7's been our most common one, but I definitely wouldn't mind seeing both these players go all the way to game number 20. Just waiting here because I know Nationwide's a big fan of this stage too. I've seen and been counterpicked by him to the stage a few times. So
yeah, it seems like he's got a good plan with his cart mix-up, stopping it short, landing with the down air.
Definitely seems more comfortable, I guess, maybe the dimensions of the stage rather than something a little more open-ended like Town or Kalos.
Seems like Yoshi's big nose got him caught on that up smash. Like, it looks like one of those up smashes that would be really strict, like hit right above it, but yeah, it kind of went inside the propeller blade just a little bit.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a scoops to it, for sure. But yeah, the Schnoz is Yoshi's like greatest weapon and also his biggest drawback. I've seen Yoshi kind of get punched in the face a little bit too much sometimes undeservedly. The footstool. Oh no.
Keep scaring him off stage, and they should these SDs. They're so unfortunate. And
I
he's
know.
got back in that same situation multiple times where JMafia will go off, put the nair in a good spot, but Nationwide hasn't even gotten close to get hit by any of those nairs.
Yeah, I wonder if I like I said, I wonder if maybe I don't know if the footstool kind of like he maybe didn't realize he was getting footstooled or was just a little bit too apprehensive to kind of do anything. But yeah, definitely JMafia's presence has been a big part in his kind of comeback so far. He's kind of pressuring Nationwide into making either forcing him to make a decision or kind of having him overthink and not make one at all, and he's capitalized every time off of it. But the strong back at it, and Nationwide now back in the lead for the first time in a little bit.
Catching that double jump, you definitely like to, or JMafia's been going high a lot with the double jumps, and even when he does grab the ledge, he'll try to make it difficult by using the double jump armor to let go, and then double jump back onto the stage for something. But right there, just raw went for it, and Nationwide was ready.
Yep, okay, there's the egg. Is he gonna match out this time? He did. All right, we're learning, adapting, and oh no, we're off stage again. Hold on.
Is he gonna drag it down?
That was great. Oh man, that's so unfortunate too. He matches out finally, and then for his reward for getting matched out is getting kind of styled on, and oh no, big damage.
Yeah, we saw he finally double jumped through one of the forward smashes and saved him.
Yeah, he kind of got stuck in between the two drills there. Oh, nice! Ate through the egg there and popped him in the nose with the forward air. And now Nationwide's able to take one back from JMafia, and now it's 8-6. So we're closing in on the climax here.
Yeah, the two definite scary things to deal with Yoshi's recovery is, of course, the double jump armor. You don't want to go off and try to hit it and then end up getting punished for hitting him. And then, of course, the eggs. Like, the eggs are so annoying. They're bouncing all over the stage. They're putting you in, like, tech situations for some reason. And, it is scary because of the double jump armor. You don't really want to go off super deep all the time, but he caught him at the perfect timing. He started the up B that got rid of his double jump armor, and he killed him with the forward air.
Yep, so we go back. So now we're traveling back over to Battlefield. So we'll see if Nationwide can kind of force match point here on game number 15. But from what we've seen, JMafia definitely far from out of this set.
Man, Nationwide trading spots with JMafia. Going for that nair. Now he's getting himself in a bit of a string, but
yeah, that's the worst. That's definitely like one of the. Oh man, he's starting to catch jumps. He's kind of just going for the forward smash at that point, and then it's like he's kind of understood that he's like, okay, the risk reward for reading the jump is probably better than if he just double armors through it. So.
Yeah, it looked like the forward air was coming out from JMafia.
Oh, he did it again!
That's the third no match that we've seen.
All right. I'm having to talk with him after this. I'm gonna be like, you have the most sus match I've ever seen out of anybody in the world.
We're not even hyping this up anymore. We're just like, oh, there's another one.
And yeah, we're. I mean, I understand. Like the one time you mashed out, you died for it, but still, like, come on, dude. I believe in you. Alright, good high mix up there. Has had enough of getting dunked by JMafia, but he's there on the aggressive landing, and the forward smash is gonna close that stock out.
Big nose.
Big nose, yeah, big nose game.
This is a type of set I would love to see go the game. I believe we can only go to 19 games, not 20, right?
I guess you're right. Yeah, it would be. I'm real bad at basic math, so I'm just gonna say the last game, but. But, yeah, absolutely. If it gets to I guess it would be game 19, yeah, because it would be 9 and 9. So yeah, 19 games. But yeah, this is definitely a. I've seen. There's been enough here that I'd be cool if they go the distance in the big dunk, 8-7.
I'm surprised Nationwide didn't throw out a quick option after that. You know, like we've seen him get kills off of mashing out of the egg and immediately throw something out. But then for the recovery, you know, maybe because he hasn't mashed out that much yet, he wasn't sure where he would fly to, and then you know, just kind of popped right into that forward air range. But man, I gotta tell you personally, it's really exciting in a way to see JMafia stick to Yoshi against somebody, because when he's not playing the peak level players in our region, he is, you know, messing with people within the brawler. He's even though, like I said, his Rob is no slouch even compared to his Yoshi. Like he's practicing with that too. But you know, when you see his Yoshi, you know it's like the realest deal that we can see from him.
Absolutely, and well, that's good. I don't, you know, I'm glad that Nationwide was hopefully at least able to kind of force them on Yoshi too. I think those couple stomps on the brawler at the first kind of half of this set helps him out a bit. Oh no! All right, we got away from the we pulled away from the stretcher, so.
Oh, the egg combos. Oh, it looked like he angled his egg to the wrong side. He might have he turned around by accident, I believe. He's net some kills off of laddering somebody all the way to the top and then popping them with an egg, and it is hilarious to see somebody die to that.
The tiny Yoshi egg. I've seen that happen a few times as well, and that's definitely one of the kill confirms that, or the kills that never, you know, it'll never get old. Anytime I see somebody die to an egg, it's just hilarious. Oh, good use of the Mecha Koopa there to kind of cover, kind of put up a little bit of a wall, preventing JMafia from kind of sneaking his way back to stage. Oh my goodness, teched one, didn't tech the other. Oh!
Yeah, he'll definitely go for those double jump forward airs with the high spikes. And you know, forward air is such a strong spike, dude. It'll get you from all the way there. This game is extremely dominant, though. Jeez.
It's I think a lot of the recent games that JMafia's won has been he's just like he kind of opened up he took the first stock pretty convincingly and then just you know, running away with it. It's just it's good seeing players kind of ride momentum well in this game. Like you definitely see a lot of the higher to top level players not really abuse that, but able to benefit as much as they can off of something like that. Whoa! I know, the biggest read in good confidence of the jab there getting the kill. I didn't think that was going to, honestly, but.
Very risky, but you know, things like that make people a little too cocky.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Oh, all right.
I don't know what happened there.
I guess are there? All right, hold on. I'm gonna Google something real quick. SmashUltimateBeta.com. Where is it?
I can't.
Is there iframes on that? That's was that just an unfortunate like some z-axis threading the needle kind of nonsense? Because I have no idea. Let's take a look here. Up B. Abandoned ship. Place you can hammer or dodge turn 26. 3 to 5 players. I don't see anything about it. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna chalk that up to shenanigans then, as he gets up smashed in the face. So he's running it back a bit there, but too big of a lead to really mount anything back. And now JMafia's taken 6 out of the last 7, and is now so now we're tied back up finally after a little bit at 8 apiece.
Yeah, JMafiia, definitely, like I said, he could be a pretty emotional player, and he is now warning people about the potential salt. I don't want to root against my own guy, but like I said, I would love to see this go to a game 19. That would be pretty hype.
I know. I'm definitely good at there. Both these players are kind of bringing. They're still bringing new stuff. 17 games in now.
Yeah, like that.
So.
The stream.
He'll love to see it. And it's all good. I mean, it's as long as we're we're all in good fun here. So no one. In the end of the day, online's online. So. It's just cool that we get to see especially a competitive set between 2 players like this, so that we probably would never ever see in LAN. Because I know Nationwide doesn't have any plans of going to Florida soon, unfortunately.
I know we talked about his stats and wins and stuff at the beginning of the stream, but JMafiia,
that was incredible. I'm calling that. I think he read that. He had to have read that. There's no way. He just comes up with a downer to get the kill. Like that was sick.
I mean, it makes sense. Like we've seen throughout all these games.
Oh.
I guess there's time for an ad.
After that, yeah. Run the Twitch ad real quick, Moo. We gotta get that affiliate dollars.
Tune in next week to see who wins first attack.
Yeah. We'll come back. We'll continue it tomorrow.
But like I was saying, he's been able to travel a few times with funding. He was able to attend stuff like Congo Saga, and it's not like he is only doing well in his region. He's done crazy out of region stuff. We've seen him barely lose to Sailing in a match that had the whole venue standing up thinking it was over. Stuff like Trella and Scat, like I said before. So it would be dope, maybe one day if there's some kind of Texas major we can get into and see if these guys can get the run back.
For sure, it'd be great to see this IRL, and that's also what we're hopefully something we can see someday too, is we're gonna pray for like a Congo Saga-esque event maybe for Bowser, for maybe Bowser Jr. players to go, and we'll all see if we can ship Nationwide out, because I'd love to see this kid go. I say kid, he's not that much. I don't think he's that much younger than me, if he is at all. But it'd be cool to see him go out and showcase too, because I mean, who doesn't love rooting for your boys? I know we're a very a very loud state when we go out and we cheer, and I know Florida's very much in the same vein. So
absolutely. I think one of the coolest things about Smash 2 is that even though we all have these tight-knit communities and stuff like that, we have these big worldwide PGR and stuff, there could be these hidden bosses that we have no idea about, who just don't have the opportunities that other top players do, and they could be worthy of their spots.
Mm-hmm.
You get to see them in showcases like this.
Oh.
Mafia taking it to what did you say, Smash Point?
Match point, yeah, match point.
Match point, boys.
Yeah, so game number, so we're going to game number 18. So, if there is ever a time to figure everything out, this is it right now. Oh my god.
The ugly Caillou.
Oh no. You can't be Bowser Jr. on Wi-Fi right now. All right. Well, I'm glad he's in good spirits about this. That's great. I just now noticed his profile picture in the game too. Is some ugly character from Pikmin. It looks like. But all right, the game number. Oh no. Oh, he's back. Okay, all right. I thought he was dead. I was like, yeah, game 19 on its way. But everyone's getting what we want. Oh no. Oh, he had his cart. Okay, we're good.
That's like the same difference as like having your Wario bike, you know, like it's your life or death.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Nationwide's got a bit already at 85% on the bad side of all those little funky little offstage interactions there. Oh, misses the tech again. I know it's. I mean, yeah, I'm sure a good chunk of it is online, and that's because I hope he's not I hope he's not terrible at teching offline, because that'd be upsetting if he was. Oh man, he's just.
It is a lot harder, but you know, once we play this many matches, you know, I'd be surprised that he doesn't get like the timing down at least.
Bro, if I miss more than 3 in a row offline, I'm just literally mashing the shield button to tech. I'm quote unquote buffering it, and then I'm pressing it 30 times, and hopefully that'll hit it. Oh, he's gonna follow. Ah, didn't quite get as much knockback on it as he thought. But he had the follow up was there. Oh, the up smash. Oh man, he's gotta stop the bleeding, Nationwide. You gotta stop the bleeding. Okay, all right. 125% to make up. Not out of the realm of possibility. If anything, we close the gap. Ooh. Nope. Good. Yeah, good match right there.
We haven't seen that confirmed since the first couple games that he whipped out with Yoshi before the brawler matches.
Mm-hmm.
But he was definitely catching and popping out of egg with his down.
Oh man, that's 71. Oh, you. Oh. This might be the end of our. Oh, farewell. Oh, but
no way, JMafia! He's such an ass.
Oh man.
I can't believe he did that to him.
The Yoshi. Oh, jeez. Well, what a way to go out. Still, despite the ending, that was our closest first to 10 we've had so far on First Stock Fridays here. JMafia, South Florida taking the win over West Texas 10-8. Really good showing between both. Is just JMafia kind of figured everything out towards the end there, and we just saw a bit of the leads open up, and unfortunately the comebacks just weren't there. But I think it was a pretty entertaining set.
Can you hear me now? There we
go.
I was gonna say, like, one of the downfalls to his play, JMafia can be that cockiness, and he wants to be a show pleaser and everything, but it could lose him a game, or he can do that in front of people online. It's definitely worth it when you can hit it.
All right. Well, I guess that'll be it for us. Nobleman, I appreciate you taking the time to commentate this set with us. It was definitely a blast. Appreciate you having you on too. Hope you had a good time.
Kick myself out real quick. I just want to thank you guys. It was a lot of fun. I appreciate you inviting me and stuff like that. I was happy to give you guys more insight on JMafia, that we had a better idea coming in here and seeing this gameplay and everything. So congratulations to you, bro. If you guys want to catch me anywhere, Twitter, SSB Noble. If you guys want to check me out, me specifically, because I do play the Miis. And yeah, thanks.
Yeah, of course, man. And of course, I am LSG Bobbles. You can follow me at ZLordBobbles on Twitter. I post bad opinions, and retweet good fan art. So you can hit me up there. You can follow the man with the plan running both LSG and this stream, Moo, at Moo_SSB. Make sure you follow the stream as well. That we appreciate that wholeheartedly. If you want to get in on some of the LSG action, we of course have our Galaxy Cup online series. We've got random singles on Tuesday. Doubles we are currently looking to move it to Thursday nights, so be sure to keep an eye out for the announcement there. And of course, tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, we have our main singles event. All the events are free to enter. All the events have a $15 prize pool. So, if you're chilling at home, hopefully still respecting social distancing on a Saturday night, we appreciate you taking some time out, entering one of our events and having a good time. If that'll be it for us this evening, though. Again, Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you to JMafia and Nationwide for coming out and playing for us, and of course to you, Noble, for hanging out with me for the past hour while we talk some mess about both of our boys. Thank you guys very much for tuning in, and have a good rest of your evening.